Too many immigrants, especially Africans, come here not to live, but to be used. Oh, yes. They arrive carrying hopes and dreams, but quickly become sacrificial lambs. They work endlessly and then send everything they worked back home. They stay quiet and suffer in silence. Their existence becomes a service. Their value is measured by how much they are able to send home, not how well they are doing, because nobody cares to know how you are doing. Before you even say hello on the phone, people are already taking paper and pen to write a remittance number. How much did you send? And the number to go collect it. Oh yes, nobody cares to know how you're faring. My people, this is not generosity. This is not culture. This is pathological altruism. Okay? Pathological altruism is when helping others is harming the helper. Okay? When helping others is harming the helper, but the harm is ignored, it is normalized, and even praised. Okay? You can also understand it as self-abandonment, codependency, over-pleasing, as in aka people pleaser, or sacrificial identity, whereby you think your purpose in life is to suffer so others can survive, so others can live comfortably and enjoy. So you are tired, but you keep giving. You are broke, but you keep sending. Even if you must borrow, you still send. You even go as far as selling valuable things of yours. You go as far as starving. You go as far as starving to take food out of your own mouth just to make people happy. You feel depressed, but you keep smiling because you were taught that sacrifice equals to love. But listen today, people. When your entire life is about pleasing others, when your needs are always last, when rest feels guilt, when rest feels like guilt, and boundaries feels like betrayal, that is not kindness, people. That is self-abandonment. Oh yes. Some of you were never allowed to be human. You were assigned a role from the day you left your home country. You are called the provider of the family, the rescuer, the solution person. Everybody depends on you to solve their problem, to see them out of misery, out of poverty. You become the sacrificial lamb. And then when you try to stop, they call you names. They call you selfish. Oh, ungrateful person. They even go as far as saying, oh, he or she has been westernized. So they have forgotten where they are coming from and the people they left back home. But boundaries are not disrespect, fellows. And self-preservation is not selfishness. Please know that. Know that culture was meant to protect people, not to consume them or destroy them. Tradition was meant to hold communities, not to break an individual. You were not born to suffer. You were not born to suffer so others can live comfortably. You were born to also live your life. You were born to also enjoy and have peace of mind. So, if your helping is destroying you, it is no longer help, it is pathology. Okay? And healing begins the moment you choose yourself without apology. Welcome back again to Overcomers Connects. If today is your first time of joining me, you are welcome. My name is Abi Ambek, and today we are talking about pathological altruism. So let's call this for what it is, okay? Too many immigrants, especially Africans, are not allowed to live in peace once they land in the diaspora. They are not allowed, not because they don't want, but because the responsibilities they are shouldering back home. They are only allowed to work to exhaustion just to send money back home, to sacrifice themselves for their family back home. And then they disappear from their healthy self. They disappear from who they used to be. Even when they look at the mirror, they can no longer recognize themselves as they juggle from one job to the other just to make ends meet. Even when they are sick and they remember the responsibilities that is awaiting them back in their birth country, they get up and work even with their last blood. Their worth as a person is measured in the remittances they send home and not their well-being, because nobody cares. They only want to see what you are sending. Nobody asks you if you slept well, if you've eaten, if you feel pain, or if you have a headache. People, this is not culture. This is not love. Again, this is pathological altruism, which is when people are trained to destroy themselves for the comfort of others, and they are being praised for it. Oh yes, Africans, we romanticize struggle, we weaponize gratitude, and even shame boundaries, and we call it tradition. Tradition for you to take care of everyone else except yourself? Is that tradition? For you to become the sacrificial lamb of the family, even if you are the youngest of your family, you are still expected to perform regardless. And then you all are surprised when people in their 20s are dying of high blood pressure, related illnesses like stroke or heart attack. Illnesses that even their aged parents back home does not have. Some people have parents who are 80, they don't have high blood pressure. But they are 20s, they are in their 20s or 30s over here. They are already sick. Even their elder brothers and sisters, they don't have those illnesses. But children are developing it here in the Western world. Because the responsibility they are shouldering is too much. It's breaking their shoulders, it's breaking their back, it's breaking their neck. Their head is sinking. But people, tradition was never meant to extract until the person breaks or dies. So, why is rest called laziness? Huh? Why is saying no called disrespect? Why is choosing yourself called betrayal? It is simple. Because systems, families, and even nations benefit from your silence and your sacrifice. Okay? So fellows, hear me today. Immigrants are not your ATM machines. They are not your rescue missions. They are human beings with flesh and blood, and they do have emotions. They do feel pains, and they also need good things, and they also need rest as a human being. So people, if your help cost you your mental health, your dignity as a person, and your future, it is no longer help. It is exploitation. Okay? And healing in such circumstances begins the moment we stop applauding suffering and start demanding dignity.